Good afternoon, family. Today, hold on. Today is still Thursday, May 16th, 2024. Back with another episode, still at work, which is a good thing. Thank y'all for tuning in. I really appreciate it. Thank y'all for all your support. And we're going to keep this thing rolling. And I just want to, just talk a little bit, right? First, I'm going to let you know this is an email topic. bigward@myyahoo.com. bigward@myyahoo.com. It was a simple, straight to the point question. Big Ward, why do you think black people hate each other so? I've touched on this topic before, and I'm sure y'all have heard it mentioned here and there. So I'm going to give my take on it again, answering an email topic. As I told y'all, I'm going to run through the emails for a little while, right? Now, I grew up in a predominantly black neighborhood, right? And I was bused off to a mixed school, Dodge Elementary School. But it was a different time then, right? As far as in the black neighborhoods, the black community. It was nowhere near. I was born 1972, May 23rd. Hint, hint, May 23rd, 1972. If y'all can catch on. And during that time, we can go anywhere. I grew up in a black community. I grew up around all black people, except when I went to school. That was the only time I saw people of other races. Other than that, all black people. The crime rate. Now let me explain this. I didn't grow up in a wealthy, well-to-do neighborhood. We wasn't rich. We wasn't even middle class. We didn't know it. We didn't know what middle class was, so we didn't know that we wasn't middle class. We were upper poor. You got lower poor and upper poor. I think we were upper poor, which means we still had clothes, food, a roof over our head, but nothing else, nothing extra. But my mom and father were hustlers, not illegal hustlers, but find a way to make extra money, side hustle or whatever. My mom was the candy lady, cooking lady, sold alcohol, dollar shots, beer. My father hauled scrap metal. He was a retired longshoreman, plus he did other stuff, right, in the neighborhood with a pickup truck. And old men found a way. That's where I get it from. But I say that to say this. Even though we didn't have much, because they blame it on poverty, they blame it on being poor, that's not it. What we had then as black people that we don't have now, it ain't love. It's respect. You didn't have to know the people around the corner, but you respected them. We had respect for each other. You can't love somebody you don't know. So I can't say we loved each other. Black people, once upon a time, you say why black people don't love each other. We never loved each other. We love you love your family and people you know. You can't love somebody you don't know. You don't love the person live 2 blocks over. You don't know them. What we had was respect for ourselves. Therefore, we ain't finna do nothing to get ourselves in trouble by harming somebody else. We respected ourselves once upon a time in the black community. We respected ourselves one time in the black community. So if you respect yourself, you will respect others. The majority of the people in the black community when I was growing up had respect. Where did the respect come from, Big Ward? I'm glad you asked. We had mothers and fathers still in the home, in the black community. I grew up, even though I didn't have my biological mother and father, I had, even being abandoned, I was still able to end up with a mother and a father in the household, even though I was adopted. I grew up with the majority of households I saw in my neighborhood, the dad was still in the house. The mother was still in the house. Later on, as we got older, in our teens or whatever, started getting divorced, and that's when the exodus started happening with fathers leaving. But for the most part, when I was growing up, we had fathers in the home. So therefore, daddy didn't play that. So the respect came from the fact of our parents taught us respect. My parents taught me, yes sir, no sir, when I'm talking to adults, grown folks. My parents taught me you better not steal. I remember when I was probably about 4 or 5 years old, I was in the grocery store. I didn't understand the concept of stealing, but my mom made sure I found out real quick, because I had picked up some bubble gum. I'm thinking, if it's in there, it's mine. I ain't know. I didn't know I was stealing, but I was taught. Picked up some bubble gum. I just opened and started eating it right there. She beat me like I killed somebody. I never stole again. Even into adulthood, never stole again. I done been starving, poor, broke, homeless, never stole again. I was taught in the home. We were taught in the home. We had a mother and a father that had a mother and a father. We come from a generations of families that had mothers and fathers. So that respect was passed down generation to generation. What my parents were taught, they taught me. What their parents were taught them. So forth and so on. We had respect all throughout the black community. So even though we didn't have money, we were, like I said, we didn't know we were supposed to go outside and play, can walk through the whole neighborhood 5-10 blocks over, and I ain't have to worry about that. 9-10 years old, all throughout the whole neighborhood, I ain't have to worry about that. The worst you would see is the little weed patch, the little yellow envelope that the weeds come in and be thrown out on the ground. Or you see a needle where the dope fiends were. You still had dope fiends, but they were few and far between. And they were undercover. They went out in the ball, just walked up and down the strip. So you would see needles laying on the ground here and there, or the yellow envelope. That was it. But whoever was using the stuff, you didn't see them. I don't know who was using it. Somebody was using it because they got a needle on the ground. I didn't know what it was. We just get them and play with them and find a dead bird and act like we're getting the bird a shot, trying to bring it back to life. That's all we knew the needle was for. We used to play doctor with them. Fuck, was that dangerous. But anyway. So, that was back then. It wasn't love. The way we weren't killing each other, robbing each other, straight up hating each other, can't stand to see each other calm. It wasn't called the love. It was called the respect. The respect that was taught to us from generations of fathers in the household. But lo and behold, at some point in time, what happened, government, there, believe it or not, I ain't making no excuses. I call facts how I know them, how I see them, and what I've studied and researched. There was a plot, a plan to not allow the black race as a whole to grow too big, too powerful. Some people feared that. Not everybody, some, in very high places, thought that it would be best if the black race not elevate past a certain point. Some of us make it. Some of us break through the barrier, the invisible chain, the invisible wall that was placed around the black community to keep us in that area mentally. It wasn't a physical wall. It was a mental wall placed around the black community to keep us right there. Then they commenced to removing. They didn't make the black father leave. They gave the black woman incentives for the black father to leave. They introduced feminism to the black woman. Feminism was for white women, not black women. Black women weren't oppressed by their man. Their man, the black man, had no power to oppress the black woman. The white woman was oppressed by the white man. The white woman enlisted black women to help them fight their battle. The battle against the white man for oppressing her. See, at one time, white women couldn't vote either. Feminism was brought on by white women to fight back against white men. Black women, black men had nothing to do with that. Black men were, contrary to what y'all taught nowadays, black women, black men were not oppressing black women. We didn't have shit. We didn't have no power, and still don't have no power. Oppressors have power. Black men have never had power in the United States. So, white women enlisted black women in the feminist movement, convinced black women that their men were their problem, just like the white man was their problem. The white man was the white woman's problem, and the white woman convinced the black woman that the black man was her problem as well, to incorporate their help in the fight against the white man. It was all for the white woman. Now, I know it's gonna go over a lot of people's head, a lot of folks ain't gonna agree. Y'all know me by now. I speak fact. Go back and research it for yourself. All you gotta do. So, the feminist movement was introduced into the black family. Told black women that they were being oppressed by the black man, even though most black women knew better. Like, my husband good to me. I got a hard working, strong husband. Most black women knew better. But a lot of black women didn't. And they bit the apple. Like Eve bit the apple and brought the apple home to Adam. So did the black woman bite the apple of feminism and brought it home to her man. Therefore, they were banished from the Garden of Eden, or the solid family structure was henceforth and forevermore destroyed in the black community. Feminism was introduced to the black woman. Told her the black man was her problem. The black man was her oppressor. You can do better without him. You don't need him. You don't need the black man. Black woman, the black man is the reason you down. Even though the black man don't own shit, don't run shit, the black man is the reason that the black woman is down. That's what the white woman told the black woman. Feminist. You don't need no man. We gonna unite and fight against these oppressive men, even though the white men were the only ones doing the oppressing. The white man at the time, not now. The white, don't get me twisted. The white man is not who holding nobody down right now. We're talking about 50, 60 years ago. At one point in time, the white man was holding people down. The problem with a lot of black people nowadays, they still think it's like that when it ain't. And I get called Uncle Tom or a coon for telling y'all it ain't the white man no more. Y'all holding on to 70 years ago because you failing now. You failing now because of your ass. We were failing 70 years ago because of the white man. But we was doing better back then because back then we wasn't blaming the white man. Back then we fought in spite of the white man. We prospered and had accomplished in spite of the white man. Our great-great-grandparents had more than a lot of us now, with all this freedom we got. So therefore, it ain't the white man today. Because the white man couldn't stop us back then either. We still survived. But we were a different breed back then than we are now. We soft as F now. So anyway, once the black woman's mind was poisoned with feminism, convinced into believing that the black man is her problem, the black man is the reason for her situation, while she's struggling, while life is hard for her, she started turning like, do I really need it? So then here comes Mr. Charlie, the government telling the black woman, we'll take care of you. Look at the man, he ain't got nothing, ain't got no job, he ain't got no money, he's struggling. We'll take care of you. I got you, the government, the conspiracy, the plan, the master plan put into effect. I'll take care of you. So, here comes the social program. We're going to do all this now for you. All you got to do, you can't have a man in the house. All that, so you're struggling with him here, so you might as well get rid of him. See, they're coming at you with the financial aspect of your struggle. They ain't tell you about the damage you're going to do to your family and to your community to not have a man in the household. They told you about you will be financially better if we take care of you with these social programs, but you can't have a man in the house. And if you do have a man in the house, you can't make nothing. And if you make more than what we say you can make, we're going to cut your program off. So therefore, slowly but surely, the black man started being phased out of the black home. We didn't all go easily. So don't think the black man just hauled ass out the house, every one of them. It was a long, hard process that took place over years. The black man didn't immediately, every black man just ran about the black household. It didn't work like that. It was over a period of time to where we got to where we at now. So once they got that ball rolling, it was taking a little too long to get the results they desired. So what did they do? They came to nail in the coffin. In the late 70s, early 80s, they introduced crack cocaine to the black community. Once they did that, the more we got involved in that, the more the respect we had for ourselves and each other went out the window. Crack cocaine caused us to lose respect for ourselves and for each other. When they put the crack, as Tupac said, crack came and it rocked us. We were able to survive all other attacks against our community, but we couldn't make it through crack. Crack was it. When crack hit, that got us to where we at now. It ain't that we don't have love for each other no more. We never had it. We don't have respect anymore. We lost all respect for one another, even for ourselves. Women don't respect themselves nowadays. You see all black women out half naked, well, you see it. Black women do it too, it's mostly black women that we see. Sexy red, why you think they're putting Sexy Reds and the Glorilla's and all these people out in the forefront? The lowest of the low type black woman. They don't put the upstanding black woman up front, they put the Sexy Reds out front. That ain't by accident. The black man has no respect for himself. Not all, but y'all get where I'm coming from. The black man hates the black woman. The black woman hates the black man. Out of a lack of respect for each other. Black man will call a black woman bitch without blinking. The black woman will call a black man a loser, deadbeat, dusty, fuckboy, whatever. Back and forth, no respect for one another. We didn't lose love for one another. We lost respect. Respect is greater than love when it comes to dealing with other human beings. Love is a feeling. Respect is an action. We lost respect for one another. Well, we ain't lost it. It was taken. When they introduced that rock is when we fell off completely. Overnight, the black community went to crap. Overnight. Decades of them trying to destroy us didn't happen. That crack. Overnight. Here we are. And we ain't been right since. So that's what caused the black community. Just my view with some facts to get to where it is now. So black man, black woman, I'm not sitting here telling you you down and out and you can't make no money and you're struggling because of the white man. Because now, the society and the economy in America, everybody's struggling. Black and white. We ain't under that system no more where they just talk. Hold on, y'all. My bad, I got to talking loud and bit my damn tongue. Talking, I'm all passionate now, I'm fired up. The system we're under now, it ain't about race no more. It's about economic, socioeconomic status. Have not. Race ain't got nothing to do with it no more. So if you struggling now as a black person, it ain't the white man. You got rich black people with their foot on black necks too. It's the rich against the poor, the have against the have-nots. Race ain't got nothing to do with it. You got rich white people that's oppressing poor white people. That's where we at right now. Everything is flowing smoothly now for the elite. The plan worked. And to keep it going, to make sure it stay working, they still got black people thinking it's white people's fault, and they got white people thinking it's black people's fault. The reason you at the bottom. Democrats blaming Republicans, Republicans blaming Democrats. The ones at the bottom. The ones at the top, no. We got them. Black history in under 25 minutes. Get it? Got it? Good. Bye.